For the file that was exported and gotten to you via AirSys, and it comes to you as a .csv file, first click on the header row, so the first row is selected, then go to the Home tab, then go to Sort and Filter, and then Filter, and you see this adds the drop-down boxes. And the fastest way to get this into a file that you can import is to filter out these rows where the latitude and longitude are indicated. So just click on the drop-down arrow next to latitude, then uncheck Select All because you don't want any of those rows that have the latitude, and check the blanks. And then you only see the blank rows in this sheet. And you could tell they're filtered out because the headers are indicated in blue. Then put your cursor in the upper left corner, the gray box that has half a triangle in it that's a little grayer. Click there to select the entire sheet. Then once you've got the entire sheet selected, click Control C, and now you can see that Excel has added these Las Vegas lights for the rows that are filtered out, just indicating that when you copy, you're only copying the visible rows. So I pressed Control C. Now I'm going to open up a new tab, insert a worksheet, and click Control V, and that pastes only the visible from the previous sheet into this new sheet. Now when you save this as a file to be imported into the toolbox, you will get a message saying that only the first sheet can be saved. So we need to move this sheet to the first sheet in this file, so move it over, and now it's called Sheet 1. Just for purposes of remembering what I'm doing, I'm going to rename this for Import. And that way you'll know that when you import this into the toolbox, you're importing the correct sheet. Then you save it, File, Save As, and we're going to save it in the folder for import, which for Toolbox 2.1 is in a folder called Tribal Data Toolbox version 2.1, as you know, and we are going to save it as a new import.txt, save, and it will say, because you've done this before, do you want to replace the existing one? Yes. And because when you save it as a text file, it only saves the active sheet, which is the sheet you've got open, and that's the one that I moved to the beginning, I'm going to click OK. And then it says, are you sure? Because you know you've got other sheets in here, and I'm going to say yes. Then I'm going to X out of this file, and I'm going to say don't save the changes. And then I'm going to continue with the import. Continuous, import raw data file from sampler, import text file. Okay, import successful, yay! And then you can continue on with your import as you have been doing. The only thing that's tricky, as you already know, first of all, I assume that the concentration hour column is the column that you need to import. And then the only other tricky thing is when you import and qualify pollutant concentrations, then you need to make sure that when you select PM 2.5 continuous, you're selecting milligrams per cubic meter. And the rest works well, and you can just continue on.